All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Optimum Ideation, the best of human ideation. And today's guest is somebody that I came across about 3 years ago when I was thinking about how I was going to, you know, promote my image, how I'm going to speak whenever I talk, and I'm just so blessed to have caught up with him now, all these years later, and
Yes,
scheduled this
finally.
show, and so glad to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you for having me, bro. I really appreciate that.
Man, it's just been something to see your progression and
Yes,
shoot even my own progression too.
yes,
But to be on the same kind of wavelength with somebody and just notice the genuine authenticity of yourself, man, I'm so glad
yes.
to have you today.
Thank you, bro. Thank you,
I
bro.
hope
I really,
I
really
hope you can
appreciate
share
that.
some of that, yeah, with some of the guests today. So,
Yes,
um, you know, one thing I feel like we both kind of know, like the system was never designed for us to win.
no, never.
That's why we must break all the rules to carve our own paths.
Yes, yes,
And so I know you speak about a lot of this, and
yes.
so maybe you
Yeah,
could
it's
share
it's
some
very,
insight.
very important for number one thing that is very important is to just to be aware of everything that's going on. That's number one. Because the main reason why a lot of things are the way it is because of lack of knowledge. When you don't understand what's really going on, you are able to fall victim to anything. So when it comes down to us not being able to beat the system or not being able to correspond with the system, it's not designed for us to correspond with the system.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's up to us to get that proper knowledge. That's why I always say, faith without works, nothing will happen because you got to be the one that want to go out there and get it. You got to be the one that want to go seek the knowledge. And I didn't get where I'm at today just by, making one video or just, staying to one side of things because, on this journey I realized life is about experiences. And the more you experience, the more that you realize how much you really don't know anything.
Mm.
So
That's the damn
I
truth right
always
there.
say that it's very important for us to, number one, learn awareness, like our surroundings, the people that we're around, especially the people that we're around, because in order to be successful in anything, you have to have a strong team. And in order to build a strong team, you must all be on the same mindset, which is, not better than the next person. Anybody who I work with, bro, it's family. We soul family, and I look at my family, my friends, the people that support me in the same way that I look at myself to be successful, to be wealthy, to want to, and just embody that energy to want to empower people. Because I'm gonna keep it real. Going back to what I was saying earlier, lack of information. And when you're not aware of something, then you will become a part of anything. And that's one of the main things I teach. I teach about self-awareness. I teach about, being able to do the shadow work and being able to, just go through the hard times in life because, you know, you never know how to heal something or you never know how to overcome something unless you experience it. So when it comes down to wanting to elevate in life, you must understand that you have to do that self work. You have to do it. It starts with you. And awareness is everything. And by leading by example is the key. Because a lot of times we fall victim to what other people say, or we fall victim to, how we feel for certain family members or friends. And we stop going for our goals. Going back to what you were saying earlier about the system is not designed to keep us, not designed for us to win, because it's true. If we stay focused on things that no longer serve us, then the system is winning.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I always say it's very important for you to learn who you are first. When you learn yourself, that's going to put you in the category of, okay, it's up to me to make a difference. See, I didn't just start doing what I'm doing just to get likes or views. This is who I am, bro.
Yeah.
Every day, this is how I am. It's something that I can't turn off. And that's what I try to get people to realize. When you step into your purpose, it's a part of your life. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I don't do what I do for likes. I don't do what I do for views. Of course, I got a business, like all of us, but it's about, did you get the message? Did you hear what I was saying? Did something touch you in your heart of what I was saying for you to activate to do something better, not just within yourself, within your community? You
Yeah.
know, each one teach one, bro. And I'm feeling like, it's very important to teach about, coming together in the season. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's matter about loving the most high and the energy that you possess. Because
Yeah.
we have the choice to be who we want to be, man. That's why I always say when you learn who you are,
Yeah.
it's nothing that really can stop you from being successful. You
Yeah.
know, we have the choice to feel a certain way when it comes down to people, places, and things. Of course, yes, I said a choice. We do have a choice.
Yeah.
You have a choice to feel like this person broke your heart, even though this person did break your heart, but you have the choice to sit there and drown in sorrows. Or you can
Yeah.
understand that, oh yeah, I'm a king, that's your loss. Or I'm a
Exactly.
queen, that's your loss. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it always starts with self-embodiment. And that's one of the main things I teach about, self-preservation, learning who you are, falling back in love with yourself. Because when you fall back in love with yourself, it actually, you know, make people more inspired to understand to do the work for themselves.
Right.
You know,
Right.
the Most High always use somebody that is always least expected because we relate to the people. I always say the Most High can't use perfect people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God can't use perfect people, bro.
Yeah.
You know, God, the Most High, got to use people who've been through things because we relate to God, the Most High's people.
Yeah.
So when the Most High takes somebody like me, takes somebody like you, and illuminate us, it's our
Yeah.
job to use our platforms. It's our job to use our voice to bring awareness because you know it's very important to come back together. Man, that's all I keep channeling. I've been channeling that lately, like collaborations coming together. A lot of us are awakening now, bro.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of us are waking up from the matrix. So many people are actually seeing life for what it is, and it's like we all that's awakening at this time. We need to feel like that. Okay, yeah, you're not the only one that feel like that, or you're not the only one that's experiencing that. And that's why I go hard on my platforms like I do because nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't came from where you came from.
Yeah.
We all have different stories, but it always lead us to the same place. And I want to say, before we finish and before we continue to on this stream, I want to say, man, congratulations on all your success, bro. You
Man.
know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
no matter what, people don't know how much what you've been doing behind the scenes.
Right.
And I want to be the first one to say, one of the first people to say congratulations, bro, and keep
Yeah.
doing what you're doing, family. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We need more people out here like you, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Facts.
we had a little discussion about it, and it's like, nobody nobody sees all the work that goes on behind the
No, bro.
scenes. They just see the little bitty clips and things that we share and little
That's it.
messages we put out there, but all the work is done off camera.
That's all it is, bro. And that's why I always say, like, the chosen ones, the ones that's being used as a vessel. We don't have to go around here showing the world what we do. We do things out of the kindness of our heart.
Yeah.
Whether you blessing somebody, on the streets, whether you helping somebody with their bills or paying for somebody food, restaurants, whatever. It's just
Yeah.
the little things, and the more that you be able to live in gratitude, and the
Yeah.
more you be able to give, you got to realize that that's what you're gonna receive. And that's why people like us, and other people that's building platforms, other people that have changed their life. We are being blessed at this time because you got to realize that it's very important that we have free will.
Yeah.
Like we can sit here and cry and pout about things that bothering us or things that's stopping us, but the real question is, what are you doing to overcome that, or what are you doing to be better than yesterday?
Yeah.
And I feel like it starts with self. That's why I always go back to what we was talking about earlier, self-preservation, because when you recognize that it starts with me, when you recognize that nobody's here to save me, when you
Yeah.
recognize that it's nobody's fault, even if somebody did have the choice to do you wrong, but it's still nobody's fault that you're in these positions because we all have free will. And when you
Right.
take the time out of not pointing the finger and pointing at yourself, even though it was wrong done to you, but when you point it to yourself, it actually make you more aware of, you know what, I'm not going through that no more. I'm not falling for the
Yeah.
victim to that no more.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just very important to understand We got to learn how to take accountability in order to get to that next level
Yeah.
in life,
Yeah,
and
and it's
some people are afraid to
accountability.
do the hard work, man. They're afraid.
Yeah. Well, it's accountability not for all the good things that are
I know,
happening. It's accountability for the bad things. It's like
definitely,
if you catch yourself being an asshole, then hey, I was an asshole. It's like,
definitely, definitely,
it was, you might have done it because you were weak in a moment or something, but it's like realizing that, taking accountability for it, making those
definitely.
changes so you're not the version of yourself that you don't want to be.
Definitely, bro.
And
That's why I talk about the introspection, that shadow work. It's
yeah,
very important to do
yeah,
shadow work, man. I talk about that so much on my platforms.
yeah.
Shadow
And then
work, being
forgiveness.
able to forgive and release,
Yeah,
because it's very important to do that.
yeah,
Because we don't realize how much we are being controlled and don't even know we're being controlled
exactly.
because of
Subconsciously.
how we feel for certain individuals or how we feel for certain situations. And we got to learn how to see the bigger picture when it comes down to equal give and take. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, and these things that happen to our subconscious, it could be
Yes,
media, it could be the radio, it could be
yes.
music, it could,
Frequencies.
yeah, frequencies, and it could be, of course, your atmosphere, your environment, all these
Yeah,
things that lead to you feeling a certain way about something. But when you actually pause and you say, "Well, why was I so worked up about that thing?"
yeah,
and you really dive off into it, you say, "Wow, that's not me. I'm going to change that. I'm going to make
definitely.
the choice to change that."
You see what
And
you
that,
said, though. You see what you
yeah,
said.
yeah,
I'm gonna make the choice
right,
to change it. See, a lot of people they don't want to make the choice. They want
exactly,
to act like it don't exist, or they want to act like that. They don't supposed to make it better or do something to work it out. And that's why, like I said, as far as like me commending you, bro, because you take the time to see what's going on. You take the time to resonate and recognize that. Listen, I'm telling you what you need to know, not what you want to know.
yeah,
It's to a point where some people got to be held accountable and want to be held accountable.
yeah,
That's how you know that you have changed.
yeah,
When you can be held accountable and you can want it because you want to change. You want
exactly,
the blessings of the Most High. You want to have that consciousness free from your past and stuff like
yeah,
that, bro. And it's very important to have that willpower. I'm gonna keep saying, I'm gonna keep stressing it, bro. You gotta have that willpower to do the work. You gotta want to change. You gotta want to do the shadow work. You gotta want to look at the things that's hard in life, man.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
only way you're gonna be able to transform into that higher self that you truly are.
yeah. I spoke on my last show earlier this week, and I spoke about doing the hard work. Like, this is not. It's not going to be easy to get to your best self. It is
Not at
going to be
all.
the hardest thing that you do in your life. And it's
Yes.
like,
Yes, it is.
and I feel like life, business is life amplified.
Yes.
And so as you're building your business, it's not just you, it's all your clients, community that
Hmm.
you're building while you build your business. And
Yes.
so it's like, it's hard to just live your own life. It's
Yeah.
hard to raise your own family. It's even
Yes.
harder to build your business and build it the right way without
Yes.
lies and mistakes,
Yeah, for
constant
sure.
mistakes, and it's all about accountability, like you said. And
Of
it's
course.
like,
But also that's the reason why we start over. I don't mean to cut you off, but
yeah,
I want to engage in the
go ahead.
conversation because that's why we have to cut certain things off.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
to. We have to be willing. That's why I was going back to you got to be willing to do these things. In
yeah,
order to get to your highest potential, in order to be the best version of yourself, you have to start over completely. You
yeah,
have to start over in a fact of no distractions.
yeah,
You have to start over in the fact of being around energies that's like-minded.
yeah,
Sometimes we put ourselves in environments because, like I said, how we feel for people, and these environments are not good for us.
exactly.
So that's where it comes from. That's where it comes into the extrospection,
Yes,
knowing the difference from using your heart and using your intuition. See, a lot of times we fall victim to things because of we're using our heart instead of our mind. Oh, I love this person because this is my mom or my father or sister,
right,
brother, cousin, auntie, lover, husband, wife, whatever. I love this person, so I'm gonna keep this person in my life because I feel like that this is family. I feel like that they supposed to be here, and a lot of times they are only designed to keep us in a low vibrational state.
Yeah.
See, that's why I say it's very important to pay attention to the energy, because energy never lies. I can sit here and say or tell you I love you, right? But if you're around me and I act like I don't love you, then you got to go off that I don't love you. You can't go off of what I say out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we fall victim to that because, oh, that's my family, or that's somebody that I love, or we want to, or I want to make it work with. And that's when the Most High make us keep repeating these cycles. And then we trying to figure out what's going on in my life. No, because you're not willing to elevate because you're still entertaining people, places, and things that's only designed to keep you from your life purpose. See,
Yeah.
when you start to be aware of things, you know that you have a life purpose. But it's up to you. See, the Most High not gonna force you to become who you truly are. That's why we have free will. But if you asking the Most High, if you praying every day to start over, then you got to accept the fact of how you starting over, because the Most High not gonna give it to you exactly how you want it. It's gonna be how you need it. And a lot of
Yeah.
times we need to keep family members out of our life. A lot of times we need to break up from this partner. A lot of times we need to leave this job. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, especially a lot of your viewers right now, a lot of them are entrepreneurs. And a lot of times they was probably in their head, or probably in their head now, about starting their own business because of bills, or because of, I got to take care of this, I got to take care of that. When in actuality, true wealth is you. You are the wealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it's very important to be able to accept the whole phase of starting over. When you pray to start over, you're starting over. You are getting away from things that no longer serve you, people, places, and things, and you have to be willing to accept that.
Yeah.
And I tell a lot of entrepreneurs, I tell people that's becoming wealthy, you got to understand that you're gonna have to be alone right now. I'm not saying you're gonna be alone forever.
Right.
I'm just saying that you got to be alone right now because you have a specific mission. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, you have to be focused. When you have a girlfriend, boyfriend coming on your neck all the time, and it's not going good, then the Most High got to remove you from that so you can become who you are. If you got family members that's always bringing you down because they don't want to move out, the Most High got to remove you from that because you have a purpose. If you're working at a low vibrational job, that you got to pray before you go to work to not slap somebody, or to please just treat me fairly, then you know that you're in the wrong place. So the Most High got to remove that. And a lot of times we be like, at the time when the Most High remove it from us, we thinking that we're being picked on, or we thinking
Yeah.
that, oh, my life is bad, or we got bad luck. No, you got to remember what you prayed for.
Yeah.
It might not be exactly what you wanted, but it's exactly how you need it. And a lot of times we need to be shaken up a little bit, because
Yeah.
sometimes we get too comfortable. That's why I'm talking about in these relationships.
Yeah.
This person not good for you, but you
Yeah.
still with this person because we got time together, or we got kids together. But the whole time, no, you was only meant to learn something from this person. This
Yeah.
person was designed to come in your life to awaken who you are.
Yeah.
A lot of times we meet people to awaken us, not to be with them for the rest of our life,
Yeah.
but to activate something within us that was asleep, or activate something within us to make a difference. All of us that became successful, that became wealthy, we all had something to trigger us. We all had something to activate us, to make us become who we are.
Yeah.
But see, a lot of people not willing to go through that.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just made a post. I think it was like, maybe if it was yesterday or the day before that, on my social medias. And I basically was saying, like, everybody want to be chosen. Everybody wants to, be glorified, and everybody wants to be anointed. But, everybody, they don't want to do what it takes to become chosen.
Yeah.
They don't want to do the shadow work. They don't want
Yeah.
to go through the sleepless nights. They're not ready for people backstabbing them, betraying them every time they turn around. But
Yeah.
everybody want to be chosen though.
Yeah.
See, that's why I always say, be careful what you ask for, because it just might show up at your front door. And it's
Yeah.
very important to know what you want. So if you know that you have a purpose in your life, then you gotta do the hard things.
Yeah.
Excuse me, not got to do the hard things. You must do the hard things. You must do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it starts with you and it begins with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are
Yeah.
here to create generational wealth. We are here to make a change, bro. And in order to make a change and make a difference, we must be able to change ourselves. You know?
Yeah. I've definitely, over these 6+ years I've been doing this entrepreneurship here,
Yes.
building recruitment staffing company to multiple 7-figure. That took everything, and it's like
Yes.
it was the removing distractions. It was becoming, basically pretty alone. I
Yes.
mean, for many years,
Yeah.
just focused, just
Yeah.
on the job and
Yeah.
just
We
building.
have to do that. We have to be able to go on tunnel vision. That's
And
something that a lot of people don't realize. In order to be successful, you got to be consistent. I
yeah,
always say consistency is the key.
yeah,
I didn't get where I'm at just by making one video. If I
exactly.
would have
Yeah,
made one, I made my first video November 2021. If I would have just said, you know what, since nobody viewing my messages, I should stop, or or I should just quit doing what I'm doing because it's not working for me. First of all, I didn't get into it because I was just wanted somebody to view it. I was delaying the message of what I had on my heart. And secondly, I knew that it ain't gonna happen overnight. I'm not saying it can't happen overnight
yeah,
because anything is possible. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But if you already have it in your mindset that, you got it, I'm going viral tomorrow, this gonna be the one, then you're not gonna be successful because you have to understand that this is the long goal. This is for the long term.
yeah,
Tunnel vision. You got to cut off all distractions. And a lot of times it be relationships. A lot of times it be, low vibrational things. A lot of times it be, addictions. A lot of times it be, just not wanting to be focused or feeling like that you're not good enough. And when you take that time to realize like this is the season where I must revamp myself.
yeah,
Like I was talking to, I forgot exactly what his name was, but I'm just gonna say a wealthy entrepreneur. I was talking to a wealthy entrepreneur, and he was saying in order to be successful, you gotta realize that success is already who you are.
yeah,
Because if you're going
exactly,
to look for success, then you're not going to find it because it's in you. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's just like just like God, the Most High. You know, it's in you.
Yeah,
That's something that you can't replace. It's a feeling. So if you're going to look for success, you're not going to find it because success is who you are. Success is what you bring to the table.
yeah,
And going back to what I was saying about being consistent, I would have never be where I'm at today if I wouldn't have kept going. I kept going even when people didn't like my videos. I kept going even when I didn't, people didn't see it.
yeah,
It was times where, I had 3 views, 2 likes, but
yeah,
it only pushed me to be like, you know what, the next one got to be better. Or, it pushed me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna try something different.
yeah.
But I never would have got to that time if I never would have been able to leave the distractions. If I was
Right.
able to be like, you know what, I have to do this for me.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. Sometimes you have to do things without no explanations.
right.
Because when we speak about things that we want to accomplish, sometimes low vibrational people or people that we love will try to stop us
Yeah,
from getting there or try to give us an opinion to make
yeah,
us, stop doing what we're doing. And I realized that when you are somebody that's being guided, like myself, like you must stay focused and not listen to anyone right now. So that's why the Most High be separating us. That's why we got to be, put in our own path so we got to feel alone. We got to feel to be alone right now
yeah,
because we are building who we are. And if you're not willing to take the lonely nights and you're not willing to realize that sometimes it's lonely at the top, then you're not willing to be successful. You're not willing to be wealthy.
no,
Confirmation. You know, you got
it's
to do it
so
hard,
true.
man. You got
And
to be willing.
a lot of people will not ever understand that.
I
A
know,
lot of
bro.
people will not feel that, but it's like, you know finding your people, makes you realize that there was nothing wrong with you.
At all.
And it's like
At all.
it might be lonely for some time, but when you find your people, then you're like, okay, now we're all
It's
grinding,
there.
we're all hustling together, and that's when you really make it.
Definitely. But that's
It's
the whole reason of getting molded. That's why I was talking about taking the time to be by yourself right now. You got to
yes,
do it because in
yes,
order in order for you to do that, that's gonna make you resonate and understand who to have around you. See, this
exactly,
the season where we're not accepting anything, we demand it. So who I am, you got to understand that this is how I am in my energy. You can't be around me thinking that you can just be a certain type of way and I'm keep you around. No, we
yeah,
are divine over here. We move a certain way. So in order for you to manifest that, you have to put yourself in that energy. In order to put yourself in that energy, you have to be separated to understand your own energy. A lot of
exactly,
times, like I said, we are being controlled
yeah,
by people because of how we feel for them.
yeah,
Because of how we feel for them. Not. I didn't say how they feel for us.
yeah,
I said how we feel for them. And a lot of times we don't realize that a lot of times they don't feel the same way we feel for them. And
yeah,
they don't care less sometimes if we make it. They just only using us for, their enjoyment or just for the time being. And when you have the intuition and when you have the gift to see beyond the veil and read energies, it's up to you to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
That's why I say, like, sometimes you have to leave and do things without an explanation. Because by you always speaking about your dreams, by you always letting somebody know what you're doing, you have a possibility of something not working out. I always
Sure.
speak about spell work too, on my platform, because I want to bring awareness and make people realize that spell work is not just, you see something on TV like a witch cooking something in a pot. Yes, that's a form of ritual or spell work, whatever they do, but spell work is somebody speaking bad on your name, or somebody, doing something to your image, or
Yeah.
trying to make it seem like that you're somebody that you're not. That's spell work. And we don't realize that we are under spell work every day.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
people that we love, from our friends, community. And when you recognize that, that's the reason why things ain't working out for you. Then it's up to you to be like, you know what? I got to get out of here. I got to do things without an explanation.
Yeah.
In order for me to be that leader that I am, in order for me to make a change like I want to make a change, I got to do things that it's got to be quiet.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people know that you're supposed to be somewhere, but you got to understand that there's a lot of people that's trying to stop you from getting where you deserve to be at, because it's not them.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I hit that too. I hit that period. And, I guess probably this year, maybe the past year, I've really realized like I got to stop just announcing everything that I do. And I just
yes,
need to
and
like
just do
come, just do it and then come clean with it later, and not
Definitely.
worry about what anybody else thinks.
Yes.
And like you said, take that time to yourself, and just learn yourself and know what you're capable of, and know that you're capable of so much more too.
Definitely, bro. I always say this too, family. Just think about life, right? Think about your life, right? We have all this time in our life, right? And you got to realize your whole life, 9 times out of 10, we are always around somebody. Always.
Yeah.
From when you was a child, you was with your family, then you start going to school, then you start dating, having kids. Even still to this time, you never really had no time for you. So I always say, like, you got to think about your whole lifespan. If you can't take 1 to 2 years,
Yeah.
I'm going to just say 3 years too, because that's really nothing, of your whole lifespan,
Yeah.
just to give it to you, to know who you are,
Yeah.
to awaken things within you, to be successful, to build organizations. If you can't take time, 1, 2, 3 years out of your whole life to give it to you, I feel like that's you being selfish to yourself, because you don't know how powerful you are unless you spend time with yourself.
Exactly.
It's very important to my entrepreneurs, whoever watching. If you can't take 1 to 2 years out of your whole life and feel okay with that, then you got to realize that you're doing something wrong. Because in order for you to be exactly who you want to be, you got to be no distractions, man. You have to have no distractions.
Yeah.
And that's very important
A few.
to big time entrepreneurs. That's what I learned from big time entrepreneurs. Like, they make me realize it's okay to be by yourself right now. It's okay to, not go out and say no and not interact, because the same energy that you're giving out by doing that, not saying that you're not gaining no good energy, or you're not, building no relationships, but a lot of times it's for nothing. A lot of times it's just for your enjoyment. A lot of times it's just for, recreation, when you can take the time to become successful.
Yeah.
One of the most powerful, wealthiest entrepreneurs that I've met made me realize, bro, it only take 90 days, bro. It literally focus. It only takes 90 days to accomplish any dream. But you got to have that willpower. You got to be focused. And I'm not going to say it's going to happen exactly in 90 days, but that mindset of realizing this is like a detox.
Yeah.
This is my life. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay focused. I'm gonna work out, or I'm gonna stay focused on my podcast, or I'm gonna do my music. Whatever it is, you take 90 days to stay focused, distract free, then watch how things change in your life.
Yeah.
That's facts, man. I'm only
Yeah.
speaking from experience, man.
No, yeah, I've super crammed,
Definitely.
to build businesses, and
Yes.
sometimes it's all night, sometimes it's a couple days staying up,
Yes,
and
bro. You got to be.
it's
That's the thing. You got to be willing to accept that.
yeah, and
It's
it's
not gonna be
just,
easy, man.
but I like what you're talking about.
Thank you,
And I
bro.
think you're talking about getting to your flow state.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Yeah. And so,
That flow energy, man. Like
yeah,
that tunnel vision, that realizing that awareness within you. Like I gotta do this. Like
yeah,
going back to what I was saying earlier, it starts with you, but it begins with you. You
yeah,
know, everybody always want to make a change. Everybody talking about society, but the question is, what are you doing
yeah,
to change society?
yeah,
You know, like we always sit back and be like, oh, this going on in the world and this was wrong. But what steps are you doing to create a change?
yeah. To
And
be the change. Yeah,
and to be the change, you know, and
yeah,
that's what I focus more on. I focus more on being the change. I focus on creating change. And it doesn't matter what nobody else think. It doesn't matter what nobody else say. It's all about what feels right to you. And when you know who you are,
yeah,
there's nothing nobody can really say, bro.
yeah.
That's facts,
A
man.
few years back, I we sold our house in the city. We knew we wanted to be out in the country with all the crazy stuff going on. And so we had to rent for a year. And I said, if we're going to rent, I'm going to live where I've always wanted to live. And so we moved out to the Texas Hill Country,
Okay.
and we lived on a river for a year. And so very remote, you know, uh, we had access to about a mile's worth of this river, and there's nobody around.
Oh
And
wow.
so I would take, 2, 3 days a week, go down there, just go
Just
fishing.
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
just see the nature grow, and it's always changing. There's always different
Yeah.
animals to see, and just go out there, hell, go swimming, go fishing,
Yeah, for
just
sure.
be in it, immerse
Just
yourself
being
in it.
just being in contact with nature.
Yeah.
People don't realize how important it is. You
Yes.
know, it's you have to get outside to meditate. You have to get outside to cleanse your energy. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of times we feel more calm when we outside. That's
Yeah.
not for no reason. That's because you are releasing a lot of negative energy and you are being replaced with positive energy. So yeah,
Yes.
definitely, it's very important to make sure that you're taking that time to, be with one with nature, man. It's very important.
But it's like, I had always had a trouble with whiskey, since
Nigga said
college.
whiskey.
Yeah. And it was like being in nature for that year. It allowed me to I still haven't drank since then.
Man,
But
listen, you supposed to celebrate, bro. It's okay. Okay.
but I'm saying, I was at a point where I was like, am I ever going to be able to just completely remove this from my life? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
always felt like, oh, it's been a rough day, I'll have a drink. And before you know it, you're like, well, damn, could I ever have a rough day without a drink? And it's like,
yeah.
and I got to that point, it's like, because in business, you're going to have rough days. And it's like,
Oh man.
you got it.
Yeah, I got you. My
In, in,
apologies.
in business, you're going to have rough days.
Yeah.
And, how do you deal with those? Do you just try and use some kind of crutch, or do you take it on? You take it on. You take on all the accountability about what happens.
Yeah, for like as far as me, bro, like how I deal with, rough times, family, like to be honest, it's all about like we was talking about meditation.
Yeah,
I get outside, man, because I realize sometimes, you need to have that fresh air, bro. You need
yeah,
to be able to just release and sign everything that you're going through. See, a lot of us, we suffer in silence, bro, because we have been through situations where, we just tired of just, going through the motions, or we get tired of just talking to somebody about what we're going through and they really can't do anything to, help us. Not saying that it's you supposed to always be like that, because you want to always feel like you can reach out for help. That's why I offer mentorship. That's why, I do readings, I do all of these things to help people, you know, gain access to the things that they're struggling with. But one of the main things, like I said, is getting outside, bro. Like anytime I'm going through something, whether it's I'm in my head or whether it's I need an idea, I go to a park, I go to the backyard, I go, just you know uh, a park like to the parking lot or something like that, and just go to the top, like anywhere I can feel close to, like just nature or the most high. It's just like I feel more calm, and I recommend a lot of people to do that as well. Instead of just turning to alcohol or turning to, weed all the time, or, I'm not saying nothing wrong with these things, but you can, it's not good to do too much of something,
yeah,
and in order to get out of these low vibrational ways, you must find other alternatives
yeah,
to want to, change the mood. People don't realize how important it is just to get outside, bro. Like
yeah,
You can have a bad day, and soon you go outside and just be like, I'm going to the park, man,
Yeah.
and just walk around, bro. Next thing you know, you start thinking about things that's going to make you successful. You forget about
Yeah.
what you were just going through. So
Yeah.
recommend to go outside, man. Meditation, family.
I read something maybe yesterday or the day before, and it said that people don't realize it, but uh, just going outside every day. Uh, well, if you keep yourself from going outside, it's the equivalent of like being like a major chain smoker with
Yeah, for
cigarettes.
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah.
so I was like, damn, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah,
But I just read that and I was like, wow, that's pretty deep.
that is deep.
So
Very
so
deep.
tell me about your journey to finding divine intervention, because we all have different journeys, but I feel like something awoke in you. What did
Yeah.
it take, and how'd you get to there?
Yeah, like I said, we all, in order for us to awaken anybody, bro, we all have to go through something that's traumatic. We all have to go through, like something that's going to awaken us. Like I always say, sometimes, it could be a car accident, it could be a relationship. Me, I went to prison. I did 10 years in prison. So that kind of like made me be able to start thinking for myself, because you got to realize when you are in an environment and you don't even know that you are being used, or you don't know what's really going on, you just fall victim to anything. And me, I feel like the Most High had to separate me, because, like I said, for my mission now, and also because of everybody I've met, whether it was in the hood, whether it was in prison, whether it was somebody that was that was on drugs or whatever, now I realize everything was for a reason. It was designed for me to make an impact, because these people really know me. Like somebody, and
Yeah.
I got so many people that reach out to me from prison, be like, bro, thank you so much, bro. You changed my life, and I know I can make it because you have. Like I got people that was in the next cell beside me,
Yeah.
and I realized that it's a blessing to be able to even be in these situations in them dark moments, because you don't know how the Most High is using you. So
Yeah.
it took me to fall victim to the streets, fall victim to prison, fall victim to not really valuing myself, and
Mm.
not really having the strength to move on because of the lack of love, the abandonment issues. We all go through traumas,
Sure.
but I realized that it's all designed to bring us in a certain energy so we can awaken and be able to heal it. See, some people can fall victim to it,
Yeah.
but when you realize that it's some our trials and tribulations is actually meant to bring awareness, is actually meant to, empower people to realize that you can make it and you can do it. It's just like me. That's another reason why I do what I do, because I know it's so many people that's just like me, bro.
Yeah.
That's been through trials and tribulations. That's from the hood. It's probably from the trailer park that nobody gets, that feel out of place, and have done things because of your environment, or you felt like you was lost. A lot of times people don't realize the stove is hot until they touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that comes from not having lack of guidance,
Yeah.
so that's another reason why I do what I do, and once I went through that tough time in my life and I built that strength to realize, like, I have to be the change.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody to go through what I'm going through.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody to feel like that they can't make it because they don't have the support, or they don't have, somebody that's going to tell them keep going, keep pushing. Because
Yeah.
sometimes that's all we need to hear, bro.
Yeah.
All we need to hear is, bro, you're doing a good job, or
Yeah.
it's
At
going to be
least
all right.
one person. Yeah. At
That's it,
least one
just one
person.
person.
Yeah.
But just imagine when you don't have anyone, because they
Yeah.
recognize who you are.
Yeah.
A lot of times I tell people all the time, it's bigger than the physical realm.
Yeah.
This is a spiritual battle, bro. And
Exactly.
a lot of times people recognize your spirit, especially when you are anointed. So they would leave you where you stand at, or they would let you fend for yourself because it's not them. And that's why I bring more awareness of becoming the best version of you. By you becoming the best version of you, you're actually leading my example. So many people where I'm from that has never made it out the trenches, that has never, made it out of prison, or have never been successful, or had, the strength to move on, bro. The
Yeah.
things I've been through in life, all I can say is I don't supposed to be here talking to you right now, but I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be here talking to you right now.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
all have a purpose, we all have a mission, and when you accept your new life, that's when everything changed, bro. So To get back to your question, family, I feel like that my traumas and the triggers what made me become who I am, because I don't want somebody to go through what I've been through. I
Yeah.
don't want somebody to feel like that they don't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say, man, reach out to me, man. Book your session. All my soul family members is welcome, because I want you to realize you don't have to do this by yourself.
Yeah.
You choose to. When you start to step into who you truly are, you start to manifest your soul tribe. You start to manifest, better people in your life. And I stand by that, bro.
Me too.
Whether I gotta be the first one or the 100th one to step out and be like, listen, man, we gotta come together. Then we gonna keep doing that. That's why I
Yeah.
say I commend you, bro. What you're doing. Because you are bringing
Yeah.
a lot of awareness. You're using your platform to give people, chances, and and that takes a different type of strength, bro. So like I said, we all have a story, man.
Yeah.
And it's all about being better than yesterday. It's all about what you're gonna do when you finally get that chance
Yeah.
to be somebody great. You know,
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we're very aligned right there. It's like,
for sure.
I used every bit of money that I made to build the recruitment staffing business bigger so I could help more people.
Yeah, for
And it's
sure.
like, and just being the best version of yourself allows
Yes,
you to grow and build your business bigger too. So
definitely.
that's what the show's about. And man, I appreciate all your shares.
Man, thank you, bro. I
I guess we
appreciate
could
you.
fit in. Yeah, I guess we could fit in something else if you got something else on your mind, or if you have a lesson. I know that you know we kind of spoke about several different topics that I have written down.
Yeah.
Um, what tips and tricks above what we discussed would you suggest for someone that's like truly wanting to become the best version of themselves? Like, what do you do throughout your day or week that just like makes it, makes you the best?
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. And it's gonna sound cliche, but it's the truth. Affirmations, man.
Mm,
Affirmations. Affirmations is powerful, because you got to realize that your words are powerful. What you speak is what you become. And
yeah,
I learned the power of manifestation. I learned the power of affirmation. So what keeps me going through the day, and I'm telling everybody who's watching right now, in order to be the best version of you, you got to believe that you are the best version of you.
mm,
That's the only way you're going to be the
yeah,
best version of you. See, you look how you feel about yourself.
yeah,
Every time you see somebody, whether they, in a negative position, or even if they higher up, that's how they see themselves.
yeah,
So me doing a lot of positive affirmations, one of the affirmations, like, you got to realize, like, nobody's perfect. We all have an intuition.
yeah,
We all have ego.
yeah,
Sometimes we can't stop the negative thoughts, bro.
yeah,
It's just within your mind. But what I've learned on this journey is that in order to stop it from manifesting, you got to learn how to cancel it out. And one way that I've discovered was the power of speaking. That's why I say it sounds cliche, because you got to realize that everything is a frequency, everything is a vibration, even your thoughts. So what you thinking in your mind, you can think in your mind, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not a king, or I'm not handsome, or whatever. But you can send that frequency out to the universe, whether you believe it or not. It still can
mm,
manifest. That it just like, let me give an example. Like, have you ever thought of something and be like, you thought of something like, I don't want this to happen, and then soon you think about it, it happened.
yeah,
What I'm saying? That's because you still put that vibration into the universe. So what I've learned on this spiritual journey was you can't stop the negative thoughts, but what you can do is cancel out the frequency, because everything
yeah,
is vibrations. So if I ever had that negative thought, like, well, I'm not a king, or it's not gonna work out for me, or I'm not chosen, or whatever, whatever you think, I'm not handsome. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cancel it out. Whatever thought, say I put in my mind, I'm not handsome. The first thing I'm gonna say, man, you fine as hell. You looking good. I'm gonna say it instead, because it's a
I
thought
love
process.
it.
I canceled it out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Or whether it's like, oh, you're not gonna have a good session. I probably think I'm not gonna have a good session or something like that. I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna have the best session ever, because I'm putting the frequency, I'm canceling out the negativity. And that's
yeah,
something that I learned on the spiritual journey. And I'm gonna keep it real. The more you practice it, the more things are gonna change in your life. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you're gonna be practicing affirmations every day. So I just get up and say who I am. I'm a king, I'm wealthy, I'm successful, I'm love, I am bringing change, I am the change.
yeah,
I'm the truth, I'm the one. Anything that you want to be, you must say it and mean it, bro. That's the whole
yeah,
thing of That's the whole thing of manifestation. Don't say it and then just be like, no, that's not me. No, you can cancel it back out. You got to believe it with your whole being. When I leave my house or anywhere I'm at, I know who I am. I'm not gonna change who I am. So I'm a king. That's just what it is. Whatever I go through is just a king going through something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's never gonna change the projective of who I am. You know, so when you realize that you have to trust the way that you look at yourself and the way that you speak about yourself, it's up to you, bro. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So to answer that, family, I'm just say positive affirmations, man. Positive affirmations every day. You know,
That's
until
great.
you start seeing things manifest. Excuse me, when you start seeing things manifest, because
Right.
you will.
Right. Yeah.
You will.
And I like it's the words too. It's phrasing it the
Yes.
right way. It's spelling the right way.
Yes, bro. Yes. That's why I always say, make sure you speak life over your life, man. Always. I don't care what you're going through, man. You could be going through the worst situation ever, but still speak life over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything is a frequency, everything is a vibration, you know?
Yeah. Beautiful. That's such good tips. I'm so glad that we were able to catch up today and share
Yes, bro.
this
Thank you.
time together. So
Thank you, family.
I'll be glad to share and promote you here and in the future.
Thank you.
And
Definitely. I'll be looking forward to another screen, bro. You know how we do. Come on now.
Yeah, we could definitely do it again and
For sure.
and organize it right. Now, do you want to talk about, where can people get in touch with you?
Okay,
where do you want to meet you?
Anybody want to get in contact with me, you can look me up on Facebook at Chosen Starseed YB. That's Chosen Starseed YB. Or you can look me up on Instagram at Divinely Guided _Chosen _Starseed. That's Divinely Guided _Chosen _Starseed. You also can look me up on YouTube at Divinely Guided Chosen Starseed. That's Divinely Guided Chosen Starseed. And also on TikTok at Divinely Guided Chosen Star. Please be aware of the scammers, man. I have too many fake pages of me. It is ridiculous, family. Just know on Facebook, I got over 100,000 followers. So if anybody reaching out to y'all first, you know that's not me. So please make sure y'all following the right pages. Really, in order to really get in contact with me, if you want to book any sessions or you want any mentorship, any readings, the best way to get in contact with me is send me an email, man. My email is divinelyguidedchosenstarseed@gmail.com. That's divinelyguidedchosenstarseed@gmail.com. That's the best way to get in contact with me. If you want me to support your brand or you just want to know anything about me, make sure you send me an email, man. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me. And trust me, you don't want to miss a message, man. You don't want to miss it.
All right, brother. Thanks.